introducing a speaker. We're going to take a look at how to make an introduction really come alive, not only for our speaker, but for the audience as well. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
We're going to talk about introducing a speaker, what makes it work, why it's important, and maybe talk about why it doesn't work well sometimes. So the whole importance and the whole reason we introduce a speaker is probably for a couple of reasons, right? What are some of those reasons why it's important to introduce a speaker rather than just, I'll give you an example. One time I was being asked to speak to a group, and the person introduced me by saying, we have someone here from Dale Carnegie who's going to talk to us. And I was so excited. Not so much, right? No. And so the importance of introducing a speaker is, why do we want to make that work well?
Well, to your example, I mean, you want to set the speaker up for success. Your speaker has hopefully prepared to present to your group, and they've come with some slides and some information or a combination of those to deliver some information to your group. And if you want them to be effective, and by giving them a good introduction, something good to get them feeling good about the experience before it starts.
Nice. Nice.
To add to what both Mike and Bonnie are saying, when you introduce someone, it's important to maybe give 3 qualifications of this person, so that gives them credibility and that draws the audience in more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So our whole objective here is give the speaker a fine reputation to live up to, create that energy and an excitement in the audience. And as we do that, it's really important to remember too that probably that speaker, that's probably not the only thing that we had going on at that particular event. There was probably something that happened before that. And so introducing a speaker really creates a great transition point. So let's take a look at a very straightforward way that we can do this. And the first thing, this sounds so simple, it is common sense, and that is start with the topic or the title of what the speaker is going to be addressing. It's just a one sentence and maybe 5 or 6 or 7 words, but make sure that the audience hears the topic. So now that we're getting them mentally calibrated towards what's coming next, then we move on to the importance. The importance for who, right? It's important for the audience. Why should they listen? Why should they be involved? Once we establish the importance, now it's really time to shift to the speaker and the speaker's qualifications. What gives them the right to be here today? Gives them the right to talk about the subject that they have on hand.
Right. And
by the time the speaker gets up there, they're pretty well worn out. And so let's talk about 3 qualifications. What are the top 3? Maybe even find out from the speaker, what do they want to be informed of or be told of for the audience? So find out those qualifications. And then finally at the end, always ends with the speaker's name. And not just mumbling it at the end, but really saying it with a lot of enthusiasm and conviction and turning to that person at that time and welcome them up. In Dale Carnegie, we call it TIQS. It's a simple acronym: topic, importance, 3 qualifications of the speaker, and then the speaker's name. And the formula works well, too, from the standpoint of, well, a lot of times we meet someone, and they're going to be our speaker. Well, we never met them before 5 minutes ago. We may have talked to them on the phone. We may have read about them. We don't know much about them. So in order to introduce them, take that TIQS and just use it as an interview questions. So how about if we try that?
I think that's great.
Good idea?
Good.
All right. So Veronica, we're going to ask you to introduce Mike.
Okay. First off, Mike, I'd like to thank you for coming to speak to the Sales and Marketing Group today. So just to clarify, what's your topic going to be about today?
Well, today I'm going to talk about, of course, natural gas. And the title of my topic is Natural Gas Powering the Future.
And what's the importance to the entire audience, to you, to me?
Yeah, I mean, what a game changer those last few years have been with all the unconventional gas sources we found. Natural gas is clean, it's abundant, it's priced right, and it's environmentally friendly.
I know you're the expert, but what are some things you would like for me to share with the audience today about just establishing your credibility, some of your qualifications?
Sure. Yeah. Well, thank you for calling me the expert. I'm not sure I'm that, but I do feel like I'm qualified to present on this topic. I've been in the industry for over 20 years. During that time, I've worked in a number of different sectors in the industry, including the gas supply part of our industry. I was a gas supply representative with Southwestern Energy and worked my way all the way up to their major gas buyer with that organization.
One additional point we may want to think about as well, ask the speaker how they want to be introduced in terms of their names. Some people like a real formal introduction. Some people, or Mike versus Michael. So always make sure we ask that question as well. Great interview. Can't wait to see your introduction right now.
Thank you. We are very excited about today's guest speaker. He is here to talk about natural gas, fueling the future. Why is this important to us? Because it's abundant, it's clean, and it's affordable. He comes to us with over 20 years experience in the industry, in multiple sectors, one being gas supply marketing. And for the past 5 years, he has been president and CEO of the Southern Gas Association. Let's welcome Mike Grubb.
Love the energy, love the excitement and the enthusiasm. Well done. Let's talk about what we saw and heard in Veronica's example.
I want to hear what Mike had to say or has to say. I mean, I want to hear it because you made it real clear to me why I needed to listen to Mike, who's the expert. I mean, you said 20 years of experience. You told me he had a variety of positions within the natural gas industry. You told me what he does now. So you really made him the expert for me. Thank you.
That kind of introduction really sets the speaker up for success. And I appreciated that. It does make you feel good. And if you've got that advantage just taking the podium right off the bat, that well positioned you for success. You're connecting somebody to somebody else, and so you've helped facilitate that in a networking opportunity or at a meeting or whatever. And not a lot of people take advantage of those tools or have those skill sets to be able to do that. But to me, that's leadership, because you just connected two people that may be able to share some ideas to make their jobs easier. Good application.
So appreciate the example, the input, the ideas. Let's just remember that when we introduce a speaker, it can come in all forms and shapes and sizes in terms of types and uses. When we use it effectively, it builds confidence, and it really allows the lines of communication to really be open. So I'd really like to thank Bonnie, Mike, and Veronica. Really appreciate your insights and ideas today. Really valuable. So for SGA Network, thanks for watching.